What is up, GlowLine fam? Get ready, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding with major updates you need to know. First up, the tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk has sent shockwaves across the nation, sparking massive rallies and protests, with hundreds gathering in downtown Raleigh to mourn and make their voices heard. Meanwhile, the NYPD has issued a stark warning, assessing that public figures like Charlie Kirk are increasingly vulnerable in today's volatile environment, a chilling revelation following his assassination. Investigators are now zeroing in on the possible motive of Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, trying to piece together the events that led to this devastating loss. And as the nation prepares to honor Charlie Kirk, we've got all the details on his upcoming memorial service. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single detail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Raleigh rallies after Charlie Kirk shooting. The nation is still reeling from the shocking assassination of political activist Charlie Kirk, and the aftermath is playing out on the streets. In Raleigh, hundreds gathered in Moore Square and Halifax Mall for demonstrations, a powerful display of collective grief and a demand for answers following the incident at Utah Valley University. These weren't just quiet vigils. WRAL's Sky 5 captured tense moments in downtown Raleigh, highlighting the charged atmosphere as law enforcement engaged with individuals. This nationwide response underscores the significant impact Charlie Kirk had, sparking widespread mourning and debate. The events in Raleigh are a microcosm of a larger conversation happening across the country about political discourse and the safety of public figures. The impact is palpable, with discussions intensifying online and in communities about the implications of such violence. Analysts are weighing in on the legal protections for public employees' social media comments regarding the killing, while others are calling for the ostracization of Kirk's critics. The Durham police chief himself is facing scrutiny over a deleted social media post related to the incident, showing just how sensitive and widespread the fallout is. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the security concerns raised by this tragedy. Next, we'll reveal the NYPD's urgent assessment of public figure vulnerability. NYPD warns public figures are vulnerable after Charlie Kirk's shooting. In the wake of the devastating assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, the New York Police Department has issued a critical assessment, warning that political figures, CEOs, and other prominent individuals are increasingly vulnerable in the current volatile U.S. environment. This alarming report, obtained by news from the NYPD's Counterterrorism and Intelligence Bureau, highlights a disturbing trend of high-profile murders and assassination attempts over the past year. It specifically mentions the recent killings of Minnesota state lawmaker Rep. Melissa Hortman and her husband, and the shooting of Sen. John Hoffman, as well as the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The NYPD's warning is clear. Open-air speaking engagements and public events are prime targets for those seeking to advance political agendas or settle personal grievances through violence. The public reaction has been one of heightened concern, with many sharing the NYPD's assessment and expressing anxiety about the safety of leaders and public servants. Analysts are pointing to this as a critical moment for security protocols surrounding public events and a potential shift in how public figures engage with their audiences. But what exactly led to this alarming situation? We're investigating the motive behind Charlie Kirk's alleged killer next. Investigators probe motive in Charlie Kirk killing. As the nation grapples with the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, law enforcement is now intensely focused on uncovering the motive behind the alleged killer's actions. This investigation seeks to understand the why behind the tragic event that took place at Utah Valley University. The arrest came after a family member recognized the suspect from photos released by the FBI and turned them in, a crucial step in the ongoing investigation. Details surrounding the suspect's background and any potential connections to Charlie Kirk or his work are being thoroughly examined. The focus remains on piecing together the sequence of events and understanding the psychological or ideological drivers that may have led to the assassination. This deep dive into the motive is critical for public understanding and for preventing future tragedies. The community is anxiously awaiting answers, hoping that a clear motive will shed light on this senseless act of violence and provide a sense of closure. While the investigation continues, the nation prepares to honor a fallen leader. We'll bring you the latest on Charlie Kirk's memorial service details next. Memorial service details for slain activist Charlie Kirk announced. More than a week after his assassination at Utah Valley University, a public memorial service will be held this weekend to honor the life and legacy of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk. Turning Point USA, the organization he co-founded, announced the service will take place at State Farm Stadium, home of the NFL's Arizona Cardinals, outside Phoenix. Doors are set to open at 8 a.m. on Sunday, with the program beginning at 11 a.m. Attendees are required to register online. President Donald Trump, who plans to posthumously award Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom, is expected to attend, underscoring Kirk's significant influence. Kirk, a prominent voice known for his work with Turning Point USA and his efforts to engage Gen Z voters, was a key figure in conservative politics. His killing has been widely condemned and is seen as part of a disturbing trend of attacks on U.S. politicians. The announcement of the memorial service has drawn widespread attention, with many eager to pay their respects. The involvement of President Trump and the scale of the venue highlight Kirk's national profile and the profound impact of his death on the political landscape. Social media is abuzz with tributes and discussions about his contributions and the future of the movements he championed. That's all the top stories for today. But before you go, we've got a quick recap of everything you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. We saw protests erupt in Raleigh following the Charlie Kirk shooting. The NYPD issued a stark warning about public figure vulnerability. Investigators are digging into the motive behind Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, and the nation is preparing to honor Charlie Kirk at his memorial service. Don't miss out on any of the biggest stories. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and follow us on all social media platforms for breaking updates. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.